Welcome guys to Olkak TV by Matafari. This is part 3 of the video. Will Edwin Watenya Sifuna be on the ballot comes the year 2027? And we have answered that one in part 1. We have also answered it in part 2. And part 3 is specifically we are going to speak about why the Olkaks or why the Dynasties will reserve Ruto in office, why the Dynasties, even having President Watenya Sifuna on the ballot, will not want Sifuna to win election in 2027, and also why Dynasties are using Rigathi Gachagua to consolidate the mountain. So this video is specifically about 3 ideas. So idea number 1, let's look at Wamunyoro. Why Wamunyoro? Wamunyoro was part of the system since the time of Moi. Wamunyoro has always been part of the system since the time of Kanu. Therefore, he understands how the government runs and he understands how the Olkaks play their game. So he was picked to come and become a Raila. He was picked to come and wear the shoes of Raila, and through DCP party, he's going to get more than 70 members of parliament, with more than 150 to 200 MCS, with more than 5 to 10 governors. That is Wamunyoro for you. Will Wamunyoro win election in 2027 because he will be on the ballot? The answer is no. Wamunyoro will not win election. Wamunyoro is only going to be on the ballot to consolidate his vote of the Mulima, the people who are emotional beings who don't want to vote in Ruto. So if Wamunyoro will not be on the ballot and suppose Sifuna plays his matrix and he picks a running mate from the mountain, he will be a threat to Ruto, and the oligarchs will not support that idea of Sifuna becoming a threat to Ruto. Remember, the oligarchs are the one funding Sifuna. Therefore, Wamunyoro will be on the ballot to deny Sifuna the Mulima vote. Wamunyoro will be on the ballot to deny Sifuna the Mulima vote, so that Wamunyoro takes the Mulima vote in one basket and he leaves Sifuna with the Western vote of 4 million and Gen Z vote of 2 million. So the best Sifuna will do is 7 million. And he will be the second running, runoff. Let's now discuss about Sifuna. Why Sifuna will not win election in 2027, despite that he will be on the ballot. He will not win election because, number 1, the Dynasties who is his sole funders are not willing to let him win the election. 2, when I talk about the Dynasties, I'm talking about the Uhurus, the Okingas, and the Ruto'S, and the Mois, and the Wanjikis. These are the Dynasties in Kenya that we are talking about. We call them the Olkaks. Now, why is the Olkaks or the Dynasties not going to allow Sifuna to win election? Number 1, Sifuna is just a crossbreed, and him being a juvenile, he does not understand how the oligarchs run. He must have to stay in a system for a longer time for him to be able to understand how the oligarchs play their politics. So they cannot just allow a new a stranger to come and rule over the town. The oligarchs cannot allow that. 2, Watenya will not win the 2027 election because Watenya is being used as a condom, used and dumped. Just like how they used Raila. To make Ruto win. So they are using Watenya to make Ruto win. 3, Sifuna will not win this election because they are going to use the media to depopularize Sifuna later as we move towards 2027. Now, the media is crowning Sifuna as a king. The narrative in the media now is to crown Sifuna as a king so that Sifuna can take over the opposition, so that Kalonzo cannot be in the limelight, because Kalonzo is a threat. Therefore, when Sifuna takes the mando and he becomes man of the moment, and Sifuna is on the ballot in the year 2027, and everybody is singing Sifuna, 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 the media by June, not even June, by April, March and April next year 2027, the media will begin to depopularize Sifuna. Therefore, he will be in the black books of the media as we move towards 2027, because it is the dynasties that control the media. The media belongs to the dynasties, and the dynasties use the media to control the narrative of the public. 4. Sifuna will also not win the election because Sifuna himself knows that he is not for the mission. If you look to the Sifuna's head, he has an empty debe. Compare the policies articulated by Sifuna on Ivono Kwara's Man of the Moment, Citizen TV. Compare him to how Ruto was articulating the hustler narrative, and you realize that Sifuna does not match Ruto. He is hitting below the belt. He is hitting below the belt. It was very difficult, for example, to contra-invene. Poor bro, those are my fans. It was very difficult for Raila to contravene Ruto, because Ruto was articulating issues. Sifuna is articulating hate for Ruto. Sifuna is not articulating issues affecting Kenyans. He is not articulating anything to do with the youth employment, affordable housing. If what he can do about it, share what he can do about it, education, what he can do about the funding model, farmers, crops, everything, tea, all those. He's not saying anything, and because of that, he is bunging below the belt. Sifuna is bunging below the belt. Let's look at Ruto. Why is the dynasties want to maintain Ruto in power? Number one, Ruto has served the purpose of the dynasties very, very well. Ruto has served the purpose of the dynasties very, very well. 2, Ruto is articulating the policies of the dynasties. Ruto is articulating the policies of the dynasties. 3, Ruto is being used as a blue-eyed boy by the European Union Council. Ruto is being used as a blue-eyed boy by the European Union Council. He is being used to penetrate East Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, and further to South Africa. So Ruto for you has become like a king of Africa. 4, Ruto knows how to lie and goes about his lies without you noticing. You can say Ruto is lying, but anytime you come closer to Ruto and give him your ear, for him to lie to you for only 5 minutes, after 5 minutes you change your mind. So he is a good liar. Therefore, he maintains the decorum of the dynasties. Him being a dynasty, but playing as a peasant. Ruto being a dynasty and articulating or behaving as a peasant. This explains why the dynasties will maintain Ruto. And last and not least, the dynasties will always have a 10-year plan and not a 5-year plan. Therefore, Ruto in a 10-year plan of the dynasty will be maintained for him to complete his term. Guys, this is the Oligarch TV by Matafari. We are coming to the end of our show. Please, I ask you and I beg you guys, please, in the name of God, subscribe, share this video, like, and make comment. Guys, I love you. Have a good day. Tomorrow will be 1st of August. Tomorrow will be 1st of August. We shall meet here again, same time, and I will articulate more issues on our Kenyan politics. I love you guys. This is the Oligarch TV.